earlier when I was talking about somebody else earlier, but this is a trip to me. Trump says he never had the privilege of going to Jeffrey Epstein's infamous island, but doubles down on Bill Clinton allegedly going 28 times.
Glad I did, if you want to know the truth. And by the way, I never went to the island, and Bill Clinton went there supposedly 28 times. I never went to the island, but Larry Summers, I hear, went there. He was the head of Harvard. And many other people that are very big people. Nobody ever talks about them. I never had the privilege of going to his island. And I did turn it down, but a lot of people in Palm Beach were invited to his island. In one of my very good moments, I turned it down. I didn't want to go to his island. Yeah.
Let's analyze that real quick. Let's think about that real quick. Because if you remember, don't quote me like I said, I did see him stating at one point that these files, he went over them and that there was nothing there that was important. All there was inappropriate pictures, of you know what. But you really got to think about this situation in a different way because wow, that's some strong stuff he's hiding right there, because you could tell he's throwing people under the bus just to get those names to be popped up in the news, and his name is slowly getting smaller as Bill Clinton is getting bigger, the Harvard guy is getting bigger. His name is slowly going to the bottom, so no one remembers it. But guess what? We do. And he had promised these files to be out. There was a point where they were dropping a page at a time. Page. And then they stopped. And then they were saying, we're going to drop the next one this day. Then that day would come. Oh, we need to drop it this day. So much that it seems like either they're really good at ignoring it or people just stop caring about it. Because not a lot of people talk about this. Not a lot of people talk about where are these promised things. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that, I've honestly seen that a lot of people that voted for Trump are now kind of regretting that vote. You know what I'm saying? They're regretting the vote because all I hear is that he lied to them. He promised so many things and he lied to them. But it's like, that's what politics is though. Like they're going to tell you what you want to hear. And once they got you in that bed, it's done with. I got it already. So it is what it is. I get to do what I want now. Type thing, But yeah, man, so it's kind of iffy. I'm not going to lie. Because I feel like in those moments when someone wants to put that in a back burner and say that there's nothing to see here, it's because you're in it. And I feel like he's in it that many times that this could really, really mess up a lot of people's careers, a lot of people's, names that are out there, because at one point there was a fake list going around. Now, we don't know. See, that's another thing. Is it a real list? Is it a fake list? Or is it a real list that is being passed around as fake? See, this is the thing about these kind of people. They like to tell you what they're doing straight up just to tell you later on in life, I told you so. I did tell you. You remember when I said this? And you would probably be like, but I thought you were joking. I thought that wasn't real. It's like, well, we said it. That's all I could say. I said it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they play some very strategic games. They play the game to the utmost highest. And unfortunately, a lot of people are not going to question these kind of things. They're not going to, follow up with questions. They're not going to do anything about it, you know? Sorry I keep coughing. Like I said, I'm a little sick. But, like I was telling you, there's a lot of people that will watch the news and believe every single thing that's there. It's like, let's be real here. Like, this is a game that people are paying to play. Let's be honest here. If you're a liberal, you're watching some type of liberal media. If you're watching, the left wing, you're on the left side, you're watching something that has to do with that. Right side, something that has to do with that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Because if you really think about it, see, I really sit here and think about this kind of stuff sometimes, and I trip out because I think of what it could have been, because even though we're going through all of these situations where people are getting deported and all these horrible things, and it's just unhumane, for people to go through things like this. But like I told you guys last time, all this shit was a play. We had Biden letting people in, everyone come, 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 come. Then we get Trump, makes a business out of it, gets a lot of private jails, and it's like, oh, now the government got to give you money, so like a little bit of a wash is going on here. Someone's getting money, and they're breaking some people off. I'm just saying, it's all alleged, obviously. I don't know nothing. I just watch stuff. I don't know shit. Don't come after me. I'm just saying what I see, and I'm just like, it's kind of crazy, that a lot of people are fooled by this kind of stuff. Because if you think about it, like I said, going back to the deportation stuff, and it's horrible, and I 1,000% hate that he's doing this. I will never stand by that. That is the most inhumane thing you can ever do to a family. You rip them apart. That shit is crazy to me, and I will never, ever be okay with that. And I stand on that. But you gotta think about another thing. If Kamala was president right now, all that gay shit that was happening before, with schools, with all the LGBT stuff that was being forced down our kids, would have been happening 10 times worse right now as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I really sit here and think, like, how crazy is it that regardless we were gonna go through something that we were not gonna be okay with. Regardless, we're never gonna be okay with either of these things. But these are the things that we just have to go through in life, because at the end of the day, whether we like it or not, we're all rats in the race. These guys are the ones in power, and we just have to, play our part and try our best to get out of the matrix, get out of these days that just involve us being in the same routine over and over and over again, And I feel that it's possible, but it's definitely not for the weak. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not for the weak. I'm someone that is really trying from zero to what I have now, and I can assure you that this shit is not for the weak. I've been trying so hard to make ends meet, trying to make things happen, trying to start businesses, trying to, start a channel, trying to, you know what I'm saying, while having a 9 to 5, but it's not even a 9 to 5 because I'm in the overtime list, so it's really like 10 to 12 hours sometimes. So it's like, you got to think about that kind of stuff, It's like, damn, it's not easy. It's not easy, and it's not for the weak, because moments I want to give up, man. I'm not even going to lie. Like, it's just like, you know what? I should just focus on just this one job, continue doing what I do, come home, call it a day, do it again tomorrow. You know, and it's just like, you know what? No, I can't do that. I cannot do that. So I have to always push myself to be better. You know, now it's a little bit more natural than it was before, because before, you know, it seems like there's different phases that you go through when you're trying to get things running from the ground up. And, you know, your mindset has to be right, but your mindset can't be right without God's help, you know? So prayer has definitely helped me a lot. Damn, sorry, I need water. I need to get some water. But prayer has helped me a lot. I'm not going to lie. Prayer has been very important to me. There's been times where, I'm not going to lie, I've fallen and I've even thought about it in my head, and I just didn't want to do it. And I'm ashamed, but I am saying this just to say that when moments like that happen, I feel like that's when you have to do it the most. But obviously I failed in those times, but I am getting better now. You know, like any single move I make, like my routine is a little bit structured, especially in the mornings. So I wake up 6:30 in the morning. You know, pray, use the restroom, get ready for work, go downstairs, do my coffee, go to my car, pray again. You know, even if it's with my eyes open, it's okay. Like, I just pray to God. I say, you know, give me strength to be able to get through today. Give me the will to continue to thrive and be able to provide for my family and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I get to work. I like to get to work at least 10 minutes early. I usually play my game on my phone, and I, you know, take some breaths, relax. I go into work. Then as soon as I'm about to hit the street, I pray again. Even though supervisors, managers, sometimes they be staring at me because it's like, oh, you need to go, you know, get started. It's like, you know what? No, you're not going to tell me that. Like, I'm going to do my prayer real quick, and then I'm going to go. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the way that I do things, man. But all this to say that don't fall for any of these things that happen in the world, because all this shit is a lie. They're always going to lie to you. And you need to really do your own research to be able to understand and see through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this shit is straight BS. And they're just trying to get in your head for you to follow them and pretty much keep making them rich. And we don't want to do that. We want to make ourselves rich. We want to give our family what they have. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be rats in this race, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to step out of that shit and do us. Come on, man. eFam, we got this, baby. Let's go. Let's go.